So I am leaving for the United States on a vacation in 2 days. And now I am packing my suitcase. Come along with me and let's practice some English. Okay, so first things first. Whenever you go on a trip and need to pack a lot of things, it's always good to make a list. I always like writing a list with paper and pen, but honestly, it would be very helpful to make a digital list and look at it every time you go on a trip. But I prefer just writing mine down with a pen and paper. I always like to pack the most important things first. And for me, the most important thing that I bring on this trip, since I am flying internationally, is my passport. Never, ever, ever forget your passport because you will not be allowed to travel if you are going overseas. I like keeping my passport in my purse that I wear on the plane. Now, this is my travel bag purse that I always use when I go to the United States. And I love it because it is very comfortable. So I put my passport inside. I like it when bags have small pockets inside to put important things. Boop. I will also bring my money and my other identification, cards, coins, things like that. I will also bring my Kindle because I love to read on the airplane. And another thing for me that is very important when going on a long flight is having cable headphones that you can wear so you can watch a movie, because the free headphones that they give you on the plane are not very good. So I always bring my own and I keep it in my purse. I also like to keep a good old hair tie and lip balm in my bag because my lips always get very dry on the plane. Oh, and one more thing. I always like to carry a small bottle of water because I like to drink lots of water and I always get very thirsty when I travel. All right, ready to go? I want to show how my travel bag fits. Goes around my neck and my shoulder, and it's right here. It's very comfortable. And then I have everything that is important right in front of me. And I love that. All right, now it's time to go get my suitcase. It's a big one. Now, I have a very big suitcase that I use when I go to the United States because I always stay there for 2.5 weeks. So I need a lot of things. When I go on a shorter vacation for 2 or 3 days, I like bringing a small suitcase. Now, one thing that I now use that has really made packing so much easier for me are these packing bags that I got from Amazon. I always thought these packing bags were not very useful. I was like, why do people put their clothes in bags before they put them in their suitcase? But now I realize it helps me to be more organized when I pack. Now you'll see how. I have one for my clothes and a few smaller ones that I use for socks, bathing suits, smaller clothes, and things like that. That way, it's not all mixed up in the suitcase. So, what are some of the main clothes that I always bring on a trip? One is blue jeans. Another one is shorts because it will be hot where I'm going. I am also bringing many dresses because I like to feel fresh on vacation. Some lighter pants, and of course, shirts. Now, I will be in two different places in the United States. I will be in a hot place and a little bit cooler place. So I need to bring a mix of clothes that are good for both temperatures. That's why I'm bringing some long sleeve shirts and tank tops. So I know I will always be comfortable. Now, I think there are two ways of preparing your clothes in your suitcase. One of them is simply folding them, and another way is rolling them. I actually prefer rolling my clothes because I think it gives me a little bit more space. So this is how I like to roll the clothes. I lay it out flat, fold it in half. In this case, I fold it again, and then I roll. Boop, there you go. To be honest, I'm not very good at folding clothes. It's hard for me to get all of the wrinkles out. I don't know why. Please let me know if you have any tips. Oh, I almost forgot something important. My pajamas. You never want to forget those on a vacation. Okay, so this is it for the main clothes that I'm bringing for a little over 2 weeks. Do you think it's enough? I always try to not overpack. When you overpack, that means you pack too many things. I don't like it when I bring lots of clothes that I don't need. But it's also not good to underpack. To underpack means to not pack enough or not pack the things that you really need. That's why it's always good to have your list and think about what you're going to be doing on vacation and only bring the clothes that you really need. And since I have some of these things ready, I will check them off my list. It always feels good to check off the things that you already have packed. Okay, let's pack these clothes. Okay, so now I have to put these clothes in my packing bag. All right, let's see if it zips. It's just a little bit full. Now I also have another one of these already packed with my kids' clothes and another one that has my bathing suits and my socks and smaller clothes in there. One thing that I truly love about packing is just the excitement of thinking about your trip and planning for what you're going to do there. I have been so excited the past few days just thinking about my trip. Now, it is completely different when you are unpacking after the trip. After the trip is over, that excitement is really gone. But I really love the excitement that I get whenever I'm getting ready for a trip and packing my suitcase. Another important thing to always pack on a vacation are shoes. You never want to forget shoes. You will always be wearing shoes when you travel, but it's always good to have at least one more pair. On this trip, I am going to bring my favorite pair of tennis shoes. And when I am traveling, I will be wearing my most comfortable pair of walking shoes. I will also have some nice summer sandals along with some flip-flops. Now, when I travel and I have my shoes in my suitcase, I like to put my shoes in a simple cloth bag. That way, I make sure that my shoes don't get my clothes and my other things dirty. Ready to go? Now it is time to pack the toiletry bag. I don't know why, but I hate packing my toiletry bag. I always save it for last. I guess for me, it's the most boring part of packing. And for some reason, I just don't find it very exciting. But you have to do it. So I just use a small bag. I bring my toothbrush. I also sometimes like to put my toothbrush in my bag that I have on the airplane, just in case I want to brush my teeth. So I may put that in there later. Anyway, toothbrush, toothpaste, Q-tips for the ears, my face creams, some medicine, and sunscreen. I will definitely be buying a bigger bottle of sunscreen once I get there. And lastly, more hair ties. Done with the toiletry bag. Now, I also bring my makeup bag, which is already always packed. I find it very easy to always have all of my makeup in a bag. So that way, if I ever need to go anywhere, all I do is grab it and it's ready to go. All right, now it's time to put all of my stuff in my big suitcase. Let's go. If you haven't seen, this suitcase is really old and broken, and I really should get a new one. Poor guy. Anyways, oh, I almost forgot. I also bring a different little purse to use while I'm there because I only like using the blue one for travel. So I will pop that in. All right. Now, I do have a little bit of space in my bag, but I like leaving a little bit of space just in case I want to buy some things when I'm there. I just realized I forgot something very important, and that is my backpack. I always like to travel with a backpack on the airplane. I do already have my purse, but I like having more space for things in a backpack. So what I like to bring is an extra bag that also has a change of clothes for myself and also for my kids because you never know what will happen if a drink spills on the airplane, or maybe you need to stay overnight somewhere if your flight doesn't go as to plan. That actually happened to me. One time I had to spend the night in an airport because my flight had a big mess up. But that's why it's always good to have some extra clothes. I also am bringing my laptop. I don't always bring this on vacation, but I will this time, and I will keep this in my backpack. All right, backpack's ready. Okay, so now I have packed my airplane purse, my big suitcase, and my backpack for the airplane, and I think I'm ready to go. Here we are. See how my bag fits with my backpack? I'm covered in things. And I have my suitcase. I am ready for vacation. Now I have one question for you. Did I forget anything? Please let me know so I can pack it before I leave.